So now we are going to start today's starter. Well, the first question of the contest is chef and his fruits. Let's see what does it say. It says that chef has decided to run a fruit salad. Okay, he wants to run a fruit instead. Signature dish is a fruit chaat. Fruit chaat consists of 2 bananas and 1 apple. Okay. Presently he has X bananas and Y apples. Okay. How many charts can he make with the fruits he currently has? Input are X and Y. Okay. Constraints is X, Y less than 100. And okay, we are at the end. Sample input 70 to 50 test case 1. Make charts using chef can make 36 charts. Okay. So we are on whiteboard. Okay, and see, it says that chef has started a business of chat. I think it's lagging. Okay, chef has started a chart business where each chart consists of 2 apple plus 1 banana. Okay, it means that for making a chart he needs a pair of 2 apple plus 1 banana, while he presently has X apples and Y banana. So we have to tell whether he would be able to deliver, like how much complete chart he will be able to deliver. Okay, so going with the sample cases, it is given 70 to 50. So he has 72 apple and 50 banana. So for making each pair of chart he needs 2 apples. Okay, so we will see how many apple can be utilized in making a chart. 72, it becomes, okay, not remainder, we will take its integer part. Okay, not remainder, we will take its integer part. So 72 by 2. Okay, and for banana we will see 50 by 1. Okay, it will give us 36, it will give us 50, but we need them in the pair. It means pair of 2 and pair of 1. Okay, so we will have such 36 pair of apples while 50 pair of bananas. Okay, but for each pair we need 2 apples and 1 banana. It means here 36, it means here we have less apples. Okay, less apples. So we can see that so we will have less apples. Okay, so the maximum count of chart that he will be able to make will be as per the apple, that is 36. Okay, going with the next case, going with the next sample case. Here it is given 38 apples and 93. Again we will check 38 by 2, it becomes 17, and 93 by 1, it becomes 93. Okay, see, the shorter number is always going to drive us to the answer. Okay, shorter number is 17, so we will see out 17. Okay, 19. Okay, my fault. 38 by 2, 19. So answer will be 19. Now again we have 51 apples. Okay, it was sample case 2 and it is sample case 3. We have 51 apples while 4 banana. Again we read that, we have observed that the smallest number will drive us to the answer. Okay, 51 by 2, it becomes 25 while it becomes 4. Okay, so answer will be 4. See, answer is 4. Okay, So what we have seen is that minimum of these, like after dividing apples by 2 and dividing the bananas by 1, their minimum is our answer. Okay, so now we will be submitting this code. Let me check if audio is audible. Like, yeah. Here it is. 38 apples. Okay, so now we are going to take input for apples. Okay, like int x comma y, scene x, scene y. Okay, well, we will update apple with the apple divided by 2 and again y with the y divided by 1. Okay, now our answer will be int of answer will be minimum of x comma y. Okay, and then we will see out our answer. Here this is just a draft template. It is a draft template that I have saved. Okay, so now we will try to run our code as per the sample case is given. To see if it works, it gives us compile time error, successfully executed 3619 exactly. Okay, so now we are going to submit this code. In the meantime, we can open another problem, and it is currently running test case 1. Okay, answer got correct. Now we will move to second question. Okay, fit in data type. Okay, this seems to be captivating. Let's see. Chef wants to store some important numerical data on his personal computer. He is actually new data type. Okay, he is defining some new data type that can store values only from 0 to n, both inclusive. Okay, that can store only value from 0 to n, both inclusive. Okay, then if the data type receives value greater than n, if it is greater than n, then it is cylindrically converted to fit into 0. Okay, then we have to do some manipulation to fit it into 0 to n. Value n plus n will be stored at 0, n plus 2 will be stored as 1. Okay, let's see. Given x, the value chef wants to store in this data type, determine what will be the okay. These are the constraints. 15, n equals to 15, so 0. Okay, n is 0 and it is 0. Okay, number given is 0, 10, 15. Sample cases, the data type. Okay. Again, we will go to our whiteboard. This seems to be easy problem. Okay. So now we are on second question. That is fit in data type. Fit in data type. Here the user is defining some new data type that can store values only from 0 to n. Okay, these both are inclusive, so these are closed brackets. Okay, so we have what we have to do is, like, if let's say if user enters n plus 1, if user enters n plus 1, so we have to convert n plus 1 to 0. Okay, if user enters n plus 1, we have to convert n plus 1 to 0. If user enters n plus 2, we have to convert it into 1. Again, if user enters, let's say n plus 5, we will convert it into 4. Why we are doing so? We are doing so because the data type that he has defined can contain only the number from 0 to n. Okay, so we have to store these values by converting them into 0 to n range. Okay, and now we have some sample cases that are given. First is First is 15 0. Okay, 15 0. Here it is n and here it is x. X is the number that user has entered. Okay, so 15 is n is 15. It means the data type can store from 0 to 15, and the user want us to store 0. So no problem, we can store 0 directly. Okay, so we will print 0 as our answer. Now 15 comma 10. Again the user can store a number from 0 to 15 and user has entered 10, so we will see out normally 10. Now 11 12, now 11 12. See, here comes the tricky part, a bit of tricky part. Okay, the user can, like, the data type can store a number from 0 to 11 while the user has entered 12. But don't worry, we have seen what to do here. Like, we have seen what we will do is, here n is 11 while 12 is n plus 1. Okay, so we will make it 0. We will make it 0. We will make it 0. If the user has entered 13, then we will have converted it to 1, 14 to 2, and then so on. Okay, and then so on. Now here the user, in the last case, the user has entered 27, then 37. Okay, no issue. Okay, if it has entered 27, then 37. Okay, so what we can see is, basically we are trying to print, we are like, we have a bucket. Okay, we have a bucket, a long bucket that can store numbers from 0 to n. If the user has entered any number between, let's say, 0 1 2 3 4, let's consider n as 11. Okay, then 4 5 and then something like 11, then okay, we will print out exactly, if the number is between this range, then we will print out exactly the same number. Okay, exactly same, else we will do manipulation. Let's say if the user has entered 11, then again after 11 for 12 it will become here. Okay, 12 will be here, and then 12, and then 22 will be here. Okay, then 23 will be here, and then 33 will be here. Okay, like you can count even so, like 13 14 15 16 17 and so on. So what we have to do is, and again 44. Okay, and then 45, I mean 33 and 45. So what we are seeing is, these are basically sort of remainders. Like, see, remainder will come here, like, well, let's say if user has entered 12, okay, and we have to divide this number with the 11, because we have a range from 0 to 11. So what we will do in case of 12, we will find 12 divided by 11. Okay, it becomes 1. Like, the integer part will be, okay, the remainder basically, remainder will be 1. But we have seen that in n plus 1, when it is number is n plus 1, we have to print 0. Okay, it means when we take remainder of n plus 1 by n, the answer comes to be 1, but we have to print 0. It means we will minus 1 for getting our answer. Okay, I hope you are getting what I am saying. Okay, so now we will go to its coding part. Okay, so again here we will take two input for n and x. Okay, now we will see if x is less than n. Okay, we saw that if n is less than n, we will simply see out n. If n is less than or equal to n. Okay, if n is less than or equal to n, else let's store it into the answer. Okay, so let's import answer. Answer will be answer will be x. Okay, else answer will be x remainder n. Okay, and then minus 1, then minus 1, and in the last we will print out our answer. Okay, see, we can dry run this code too. Like, the interesting case was n equals to 11 and x equals to 12. Okay, so here x is greater than 11. Okay, so it will go to x part. what we will do first, it will take remainder of 12 with 11. Okay, so then it will be 1, it will be 1, then it will subtract 1. Okay, and it will give us answer equals to 0. So here we will simply see out answer as 0. Okay, and then we are printing next line so that we can have a answer for each test case in the next line. Now we will try to run these sample input cases. Okay, successfully executed 0, 10, 0, 9, 49, 0, 10, 0, 9, 49. Okay, so now we will submit our code for the problem data type. Okay, wrong answer for test case 0, 9. Okay, so we will check for extreme conditions when x is 50, and I think we are missing some case. Okay, 1 here, n goes from 0 to 50. N goes from 0 to 50. It can. Chef wants to store some important numerical data on his personal computer. He is using a new data type that can store from values from 0 to till n, both inclusive. Okay, if this data type receives a value greater than n, then it is cylindrically converted to fit into the range 0 to n. For example, n plus 1 will be stored as 0, n plus 2 will be stored as 2. So n plus 2, remainder of n plus 2 with n will be 2, and minus 1 it will become 1. Okay. T goes from 0 to 50,000, no issue. N goes from 1 to 50. N goes from 1 to 50. What if n is 1 and x is 0, 0 to less than n? It will print out directly that thing. It can store that value as well. Okay, so I think we are doing some mistake on corner cases. We are missing some case. Okay, I hope we are not having time complexity. No such cases. For bigger value it's getting. Okay, when n equals to when 50 and 49, if x is less than equals to n, we are directly making answer as x. Okay, else if x is less than equals to n, else x modulo n, answer becomes x modulo n minus 1. Okay, we are getting answer as 0, 10, 0, 0, 10, 0, 0, 10, 0, and then 9, 49, 50, 50, 50, 50. Okay, so let's try to run some our own desired test cases. Okay, x is 1, it is 0, n is 1, 1. Okay, and n is 50, x is also 50, n is 50, and x is, let's say, 100. Okay, so for starting 3 cases we should get exactly the same values. Okay, it's giving minus 1. Okay, I think we have got our error. If it is 50s, then it should not give us minus 1. Okay. Okay, nice. See, what we are doing is, let's say if what it is doing is actually in case of 100, when x is 100 and it is 50. Okay, let's consider a case. Nice, man, very soon we got our error. When x is 100 and n is 50, x modulo, it means 100 modulo 50 will give us 0. Okay, it will give us 0, and further subtracting 1 from 0, it will give us as answer as -1. Okay, while what we have seen is that our bucket will store only number from 0 to n. Our data type will store only number from 0 to n, so we cannot store our answer as -1. Okay, so here we have to write that if answer is less than 0, then answer will become 0. Okay, if x comes to be less than 0, then answer will become 0. So now let's try to run this case. Now it gives us 0. Okay, in case 50, we were getting 50 because it can store a number till 50. Now let's try to run our code. Again wrong answer, man. It should not be like that. So now if x modulo n equals to 0, then answer equals to n. Let's see. Okay, and else now let's try to do this code. I think it will work now, because 50 into 100 it will land at 50. See how 50. I think yes. Now it will work. Again, man, what's the issue? So I think we are having a case when x is completely divisible by 11, then we are missing something. Okay, so now let's rub this thing to get a better idea what we are lacking. Okay, so we'll start with the n equals to 22. When n equals to 22, let's say when x equals to 22, and after 11. Okay, so we will try to write the numbers. 12 become here, 13 as 1, 14 as 2, 15 as 3, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay. So it will be like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then 12 will come here, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It will be 19, 20, so 12 will become 0 because the question states that n plus 1 will be stored as 0. Okay, so 12 will become 0, 13 will become 1, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and then 23. Okay, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, and then 35. Have you missed something? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. After 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 33, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So what we are seeing is that 11, 12, 33, then 44 will come here, 55, and then 66, and so on. Okay, like its table is getting shifted. It is a pattern. It is a pattern. Okay, so it is a pattern. So 12 becomes 1, 12 becomes 0. How 12 becomes 0? 12 becomes 0. If it is n plus 1, it becomes 0. It keeps on going like that. If it is 13, it becomes 1. If it is 22, it becomes 10. So what we can see, when difference is 1, it becomes 0. When difference is 11, it becomes 10. Okay, it means that, let's say when the number is 25 minus 11, the difference is 14. The difference is 14. And then 14 minus 11, the difference is 3. It's 21 becomes as 1. Okay, 25 minus 11, answer is 14. 14 minus 11, the answer is 3. While our answer is 2, so we have to output as answer as -1. Okay, well, if the answer is let's say if the number is 27, 27 minus 11, it becomes as 16. 16 minus 11, it becomes as 5, while the answer is -1. Okay, I think now we have got the code, like we have got the approach now. Okay, so we are using recursion here. We are basically trying to bring down number to shorter than 11. So number shorter than 11. That's why for larger value of x, it's giving us error. Okay, so now let's try to make a function with a function as let's say shorter. We will pass n comma x here. Okay, we have declared int. Let's print void shorter. It will take int n comma int x as argument. Okay, it will the base case will be if x is less than equals to n, it will return as n. It will return as n. Okay, else x will be treated as x minus 9. X minus 9. If x is less than equals to n, it means when 14 minus 1, it will treat it as x minus 1. It treated as x minus 1. Okay, so what we are doing, it will return x. If x is less than equals to n, it will return x. Else x, we reduced x to as x minus 1, and it will again call shorter of x. Shorter of x, it will be an integer. Okay, so now let's say int of answer equals to shorter. Okay, we will check now. We will check if x is less than equals to n. If x is already less than equals to n, then answer will be, okay, we need to declare answer here, then int of answer, the answer will be x if x is already less than shorter than n. Else if it is greater than n, then we will go to our recursion part. Okay, then we will go to our recursion part. Else then answer will be shorter n minus x, and here we are just printing out answer. Okay, and we have declared shorter int and int x. We have passed in the same sequence like nx. Okay, and now we need to declare our function here, int shorter int and int x, shorter int x. Okay, I hope it will not give us any compile time error. Compilation is shorter x, line number 29, line number 29. Okay, then it will give us, let's n comma x. Now let's try to run this code now. Runtime error, stack smashing detected. Okay, it's giving us runtime error. Int of x minus 1 here, answer minus. But why it's giving us runtime error? Int shorter int and x. If x is less than equals to n, it will return x. Okay, now let's say if we try to dry run this code, let's say if n equals to 11 and x equals to 25. So in case of 25, we have seen in case of 25 answer should be 1. Okay, in case of 25 answer should be 1. So it will check x is not less than, okay, so it will not, so now x will be reduced as x becomes 25 minus 11, so it gives us x is 14. Okay, now it takes argument as n is 11 and then 14. Okay, it will return, else it will return shorter n x. Let's see if it works. Successfully executed. 0 1 59, 0 1 50 49. Okay, in case of 100, let's say when x is 11 and the number is 25, then it means that we should get our answer as 1. We should get our answer as 1. Two. Okay, we have counter also. No? Let's see, like here we subtracted it 1 time and 2 time. Okay, like in case of 12, 20, 25, we subtracted it 25 minus 11. I mean we have done this, like we have subtracted 11 2 times. Okay, so we need to subtract 1 2 times. Okay, so it will have like we need to check like we need to keep a check on count also, like how many times we have subtracted 11. Okay, so else count, so else count to the number of time we need to print, like we need to consider the number of time we have. So how we can do that in the integer? Then either we need to return the pair. Okay, yes, we need to return a pair. Okay, so pair int comma int, we will be passing count. It will increment count plus plus, and then here we have done count. Okay, so 425, 25. In case of 25, we should get count as 1. So in case of 25, it will make count as 1. Okay, now it will go with this value 25 11, then second time entering into it, this loop, this recursion function n is 11, x is 14 and count is 1. Again it will check, again it will what it will do, it will convert x as 14 minus 11. Okay, so count will become 2 times now. So now this time it will go as 11 14 11, count 11 and 2. Here it will check that x is x is less than equals to n. It means it will check that 11 is less than equals to n, less than equals to 11. Okay, so it will return x, so it will return 11, it will return 11. Okay, it will return 11. Okay, if it will return x, here it's returning x. Okay, and what we need, we instead of x we need count, okay, so it will return. So now what it will do, pair int, it has to return a pair. Okay, it will, here we will make pair int comma int as our answer. So okay, we have already consumed a variable answer, so we will make a pair with the name pair p. Okay, so it will keep as p dot first equals to x, while p dot second equals to count. Okay, so it will return p. I hope it will work. P dot first will be, it will assign p dot first as x and count as count. Okay, count. Okay, so here p dot count, and answer becomes answer minus shorter of n comma x comma count dot second. Here it will be dot first, short n x count first, n x count second. Okay, so now we will print out count. Okay, we need to make the same changes in the function prototype also. Okay, so I hope now it will work. Successfully executed. 51. The answer that we were getting in case of 25, it was 1. Okay, so now okay, we have seen this thing. In case of 1 we will be getting 150, we will be getting 50, 11 25 101. And now let's try to submit this problem if it verifies the CodeChef criteria. Test case 1, again second wrong case, second subtask is wrong answer. I don't know where I'm lacking. Like guys, if you have got my error, like I have tried, if you have got where I'm lacking, do mention it in the comment. Okay, I'm reading the comments side by side. Okay, the last comment is from Utsav. What output should be there at n equals to 15? At n equals to 15 and y equals to 30 plus 1. X is 12 plus 1. Sangarsh Singh, this guy is suggesting something. I think he's correct. Like he's saying that x modulo n plus 1. X modulo n plus 1, like x is 12 and 12 modulo n plus 1. I think he's correct. I think yes. I think he's correct, guys. Okay, so see, this pair method is also good. Like I have tried, I will work upon it. I will see where I'm doing some mistake. Okay, otherwise this is like his answer is correct, I think so. Okay, so I have commented this thing after checking where we are doing mistake. I will again upload video for this pair method, because I think this is very good approach. We can improve state also to void output. The function is output. Okay, so okay, like if okay, int of nx Cnx Kuntal Oza bro, what I will give the code. No bro, like yeah, I like a guy named as Sangarsh Singh has suggested a good thing. I think he's correct, like x mod n plus 1. But the thing is that I don't know where I'm like doing some mistake in this pair method. If you have found it my error, please do send me the code. Okay, you can mention it in the comment, brother, because I have even dry run the code and like I don't know where I'm doing the mistake. I need to work upon int of x. And now we will check if x is less than equals to n. Answer will be x basically. Int of answer. Okay, else answer will be x modulo n plus 1. Then answer will be x modulo n plus 1. Okay, so going by this case, when let's say x is 25 and n is 11, so we will do x modulo 12. Exactly brother, same like 25 1. Yes, I think he's right. Okay, so we will see out answer. Next line. Okay, instead of like, let's do this thing 4 4, we will copy their sample input cases also, and they will write our code to 11 as 25. And there was a guy who said that what will be the output when n equals to 15 and 30. Okay, so we have added 2 test cases, so 7. When n is 15 and 15, so 15 will come here, so 30 will come, so answer will be 14. I think in this case 49, we are getting answer as 1. And then 15 30, we are getting answer as 1. 15 30, 16 modulo 30. Is it correct? 11 modulo 25. No bro, 11 modulo 25. We are 11 modulo 25. Are we getting the right answer in this case? Like when it is 11, number is 25. In case of 25, we should get answer as 1. Int of nx, if else. Okay. Yes, now I think we are getting the correct answer. So now let's try to submit this code. Currently running test case 1. Yeah, correct. Thank you very much guys, you helped me today. Like I got to know where I was doing the mistake. Okay, so thanks Sangarsh Singh and Kuntal Oza bro. Like if you like, anybody of you can help me, like if you identified the bug that I was doing in pair method, okay, then do mention it in the comment. Copy this bro. Yeah, send me man. like I have submit. Okay, and so now it's working. Like bro, actually it's having, the video is having some lag, so I have submitted the code. Okay, and you can send me in the comment in the pair method, like if you have identified my bug. Okay, so now we are going to the third question. Points and lines. It states that given endpoints in the form of x comma y on a 2D plane. Okay, I'm getting something intuition like matrix question, like we had a question in Jan starter. Okay, like it was around like we have to go to center and we have to do some manipulation. From each point you can draw two lines. Okay, we can draw two lines, one horizontal and one vertical. Okay, we can draw two lines, one horizontal and one vertical. Now some of the lines may overlap each other. Okay, if they are collinear point, line will overlap. Therefore you are required to print the number of distinct lines. Okay, we have to print the number of distinct lines. You can see on the plane two horizontal lines are distinct if they pass through the different y coordinates. Okay, common sense. The input cases are n, t, and the next n line contains two space separated integer x, i, y. Okay, constraints is n, n2 n is, let's say, okay, 10 to the power 5. Okay, and 0 xy 10 to the power 9, 10 to the power 9. So we can store the numbers 10 to the power 9 in integer. Okay, integer I think. Okay, but we have already taken as long int, so I hope it will work. Integer sample output 411100100. Like these are the coordinates for a rectangle. Okay, rectangle 00. Okay, 4 lines. Okay, 50001. Okay, 00001. These are 5 points and they are collinear points. So 5 horizontal line from them and then one vertical. So a count of 6. We are taking only distinct values. Okay. So guys, like I'm getting an idea. Okay, like see, first case is very easy. Like it is a third question. Okay, third question, points and lines. Points and line. First case is very easy. Okay, like first case is, here it is given 0 0 0 1 1 0 and then 1 comma 1. We have to print the count of distinct lines that we can make. Okay, so like 1 2 3 4, very easy. Okay, so here we are getting 4 lines, while it was for the first sample case. In second sample case we have 5 points. Okay, these points are 0 comma 0 0 comma 1 0 comma 2 0 comma 3 0 comma 4. We have these 5 points. Okay, so see, these are collinear points. So the distinct line that we can have is 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5, and then this line 6 6 6 6. Okay, so what we can do is, and what I'm getting is, in class 12th we used to print, like we used to say that we have to make a line, we need a 2 points. Okay, then it was something nc2 minus n, where n points are collinear, but it was between 2 points. But we have to make here, we can make here 2 lines from a single point. Okay, so no, it will not work. What if we have a map? Like for the second case, if we assign a line 0 with a 0 0 1 2 3 and then 4. Okay, like in second case we were doing 0 0 0 1 0 2 0 3 0 4. We were having this line. What if we assign them as 0? Like we try to make a map with them, so it will be 0 1 2 3 4 5 and then a single line through all of these, so it will give us answer as 6. Map, we need distinct map values can be distinct, keys value. Set have a distinct value. Okay, but we need to check if x, we need to check for xy coordinate, both of them, xy coordinate both of them. Like here x coordinate was different but y coordinate is same, so we need a set of distinct xy. Yes, I think guys, set will work here. Okay guys, I think set will work here. Like if we make a set for storing x coordinates and make a set for storing y coordinates. Okay, if we make a set for storing x coordinates and y coordinates, so it will store all the distinct x coordinates. Okay, like in case of where n is 5 and we have 0 0 0 1 2 3 5 all. When n is 5, okay, I need to write it below. Okay, like in sample case second, when n equals to 5, and points are 0 0 0 1 2 3 0 4 5. Okay, so we have seen that the distinct x are 0 1 2 3 4 and the distinct y is 0. Okay, we have yes 0 1 2 3 4 5 6, exactly. See, like what we have seen is in this case, if we try to plot it, in the graph, okay, the graph will be 0 0 0 1 0 2 0 3 okay, then 0 4. We have these 5 points. What we can see is that we have 5 distinct x, okay, and only one distinct y, okay. So we know that 2 points can have, like we know that the line can be, the 2 lines can be distinct for both the points if both the xy coordinates are different. Okay, while see, if we consider a point as 1, 2 and 2, 2. Okay, so 1, 2 will be here, x is 1 and y is 2, while x is 2 and y is 2, so it will be 1. Then we will be getting 1 2 3 distinct lines. Okay, because we have 2 distinct x and 1 distinct y. Okay, so the answer, or say that the number of distinct lines that we can have is, it will be number of distinct x plus number of distinct y. Okay, so what we will do is, we will make 2 sets, one for storing x coordinate and another for storing y coordinate. Okay, then ultimately the size of x coordinate, the size of set containing x plus size of containing y will be give us the number of distinct lines that we can have. Okay, so void output, first we need to take int of n, because we need to take number of inputs, like how many numbers are there, int of n, while n minus minus, we will input x okay, int of x comma y. Okay, it's distracting me basically, so just give me a second. Okay, int x, then we will see in x and y. Okay, and we will make set int, we will make a, let's say, capital X for storing x coordinates and capital Y for storing y coordinate. Okay, then it will x dot push, we will push x into x, like x dot push x, and y dot push y, y dot push y. Okay, then it will be like we need to declare xy outside the loop. Xy, set int xy, x dot push y, push in the last we will see out their size. Okay, because set is a kind of data structure, like set is a part of STL that contains only, that allows only distinct elements to be pushed in it. So we will see out size of x plus size of y. Now let's try to run this code. Sample input 1. Let's see. Compilation class std no member push. Okay, I think it's insert in set. We can verify by set gfg stl. Set data type, set s1 dot insert. Okay, we use insert function. Okay, so instead of push we will be doing insert, y dot insert. Four six two, the answer that we are getting is 462. Okay, sample output, it's verifying sample output cases and looking at constraints. N is 10, xy is 10i, sum of n over test cases does not exist, almost 10 to the power 5. Okay, so it's satisfying output, like it's satisfying sample cases 462 and 462. Now let's try to submit this problem. Yes, result is answer got correct. Okay, so by now we have already saved solved three problem. So now we will be going to fourth problem. Fourth problem. Or EQUALMEX. I think the one of the problem has already been asked, something with the name of EQUALX. Do mention to comment, guys, like if you also feel so in the last one of the starters. the max minimum element. It states that the max minimum excluded. Yeah, I am remembering it was something like this. The minimum element of an array is the minimum excluded array is the smallest non-negative integer that does not belong to array. Okay, that does not belongs to array. For instance, yes, the problem was asked in the recently. The max of 2 to 1 is 0 because 0 does not belongs to array. The max of 3 1 0 1 is 2 because 0 and 1 belongs to array but 2 does not. The max of 0 3 2 1 2 is 4. Okay, if the numbers are already 0 1 2 max and minimum. Okay, so it's something like minimum, maximum and n. It's something around minimum, maximum and n. Okay, so let's write our observation here. It's for the fourth problem. Okay, it's for the fourth problem, and the code is it's EQUALMEX. EQUALMEX, we have seen something like it's around minimum, maximum, 0 and n. It's something like minimum, maximum, 0 and n. Okay, you are given an array containing 2 n integers. Okay, it has 2 n integers. There is 0 and I and all. Okay, and now but 2 does not. Okay, 2 n. Is it possible to reorder the elements of the array in such a way that max of the first n element is equal to the max of the last n element? Okay, here comes the tricky part. If it is possible such that the max of the first n elements is equals to first n is equals to max of the last n elements. That's all we have to do in this question. Input is first line of each test case contains a single integer n to n. Okay, for each test print yes if it's valid, reordering of the given array, and no otherwise. During the print each character of the string in uppercase or lowercase. Okay, no problem. N is 10 to the power 5, AI is n. Okay, 4211 211 001. Sample cases are 20011. Okay, so then 20011 1312. Like going with explanation, there is no way to reorder the elements of the array such that first n elements, it means if the size is 2n then we have to consider first n and last n 0000. Okay, what we have to do is that in such a way that max of the first n element is equal to the max of the last n element. Max is minimum included. So in this first case max of the first n will be 1, while in the last case it will be 2. Okay, it will be 1 and 2. See, 1 and 2 is not equals to 2. Okay, and 0011 we have to reorder this. Okay, we have to reorder this. So how we can do so? Reorder this 00 and then 11. It's 00 and then 11. Okay. In this case 00 and then 11. Connecting. Okay, reconnection successful. So guys, I think I lost my connection. Okay, like it showed me OBS Studio reconnecting, so I don't know whether it's true or not. So now let's see. In will be 2i. What we will do, we will let's say int of mx1. We are declaring two variables, int of mx2 and mx1. Okay, so then for int of I equals to 0. See, first of all we are trying very brute force approach. Okay, we are just to understand the question better. int of I equals to 0, we will find its minimum. So let's say int of max equals to int of minimax. We have to find minimum to maximum. So what we can do is we can sort them first. If we sort them first, then we can find the missing element if their difference is not equals to 1. If the difference is not equals to 1, but it will increase the time complexity. So like going by this sample case 0 0 1, going with this case 1 3 2 3 3 2. Okay, what it will do, it will take its minimum as 1 and 2, while sample case no, so difference will not work. If we sort them, yes, sort will work, I think so, sort them will work. Okay, so we will sort a comma a plus n, and then we will sort a plus n to a plus 2n, I think a plus 2n, I think. Okay, and then we will see out a of I to check if it is doing a desired thing, Okay, so we will try to run the given sample cases. Int of I, okay, int of I, where we are going this error. A was not declared, int a plus 2n. Okay, I think I have declared with the name of info. Okay, sort of a plus n, unable to find numeric literal operator a plus n, a plus 2n. Okay, and silly mistakes. I think it will work now. Again, a plus n, it goes from a plus 2 into n. It should work now. A plus 2 n, able to find numeric literal. This time, okay, it's successfully executed. Guys, am I audible to you? I don't know if I'm having like connection or not. Guys, am I audible to you? Okay, so why it's not printing? I goes from 2n, a of I should go from 2 to n first of all. I equals to 0, int of a. Okay, we have declared so many mistakes, so many silly mistakes in fact. So a of 2n, and then now it's printing 0 0 1 0 1 1 2 3 2 3 3 exactly. I think it's working now. I think like it's working now. So we have sorted our array as per our intention, and as per our intention now we want to find its minimum and maximum. Like minimum, instead of minimum and maximum, we can find if they have a if their difference is, see, okay, what we can do is, like, let me copy paste this case seems to be interesting, because 1 2 3, after sorting we have this, while initially it was this. Okay, while initially it was this. So 1 2 3 3 2. Now we are trying to find it minimum missing element. It means that now they should have a same difference. So let's say int of, instead of max minimum, max 1, now we can have int diff1, int of diff2. Let's initialize them with a 0. Okay, so instead of 2n, let's send I till n, and difference, like difference 1 will be difference of a of I plus 1 minus a of I. In that case we have to limit our I from let's say I plus 1, it will go from 0 to n minus less than n minus 1. Okay, we will difference of n minus 1. What we can do is, we can do that difference of 1, we can initialize it with the a of 1, because we have sorted them. So let's say a of 0. Okay, and here we will do it from I equals to 1 to n minus 1. So it will do, like, first of all it will check if let's say that difference, if difference of ai when I is 1, so it will check for if a of 2 minus a of 1 equals to diff1 equals to diff. We will check if diff1 is not equals to diff. If it is not equals to diff, it means that, so we will consider diff1 as a of I. We are basically, now if the difference is not equal, we are updating the difference as a of I minus 1. Okay, so 1 2 3, like starting with the here difference 1 2 3. See, first part the loop will go from 1 to 3. Okay, like it is for the first part, so 1 2 3 will be array that we will consider. So, and the difference will be a of 1 minus, so it will be 1 minus 2 minus 1, the difference will be 1. Okay, now it will check from if I equals to 1, so it will check if a of 2, it will check if a of 2 minus a of 1 equals to, not equals to, if it is not equals to 1, while a of 2 is here 3 minus 2 is 1. Okay, any state will go, I will go till 2 only. Here I is 1 0. Okay, a2 minus a1, a2 is 3 and 2 minus not equals to 1, it is obvious 1, so 1 will not be updated. Okay, and it will come outside the loop. like then I will become 2. Here n is 3, so 0 1 2. I will go n is 3, so 1 0 1 2. I will go to 2. So when I becomes n minus 1 and 3, so I will not go 2, I will be 1 only. Okay, when this comes out of the loop, it will check, let's say diff original. Nope, it will mark true, it will mark check as true. Okay, and then it will be bool check at false. So now if check is true, it means that we have performed some operation. And the max element here is diff1. So max1 equals to diff1, else max1 equals to, or else max1 will be either 0 or that one. Let's say 1 2 3 1 2 3. Here max will be n plus 1. Max will be a of 2 plus 1 basically. 1 2 3 will be 0. No, 0 0 0 0. It will be 0 or it will be 4. It would be 0 or 4, else it will be a of 1 minus 1. So the thing to how we can verify if it is 1 2 3. Okay, and we have declared a variable with the name of int of mex1. So int of mex1, it would be nice man. I'm going to learn from this question now, and I think we all will. Okay, mex1 we have updated. Let me go to the trial and those of this program. Int of mex a of 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Its minimum is 1. Minimum. Nope. What we will do, let's say int of minimum. Minimum will be a of 0. Minimum 1 will be a of 0. And maximum 1 will be a of n minus 1, because a of n minus 1. Okay, for this part. Okay, now we have found its minimum and we have found its maximum element. We need to find which element is missing from this range. How we can do so? The question is how we can find out missing element from this range. We will check if minimum plus 1 is equals to, okay, I think I'm getting it now. We will check I goes from 0 to less than n minus less than n. N is 3, so 0 1 2 3. Okay, so if minimum is a of 0, okay, so we will check if we are basically trying to increment our minimum as 1. We will check if a of I, so we will start with the first element. Why we are incrementing minimum? We should not increment minimum, I think. Okay, minimum here is 1, minimum here, minimum 1 becomes as 1 and maximum 1 becomes as 3. Okay, so we have for I will go from 1 to 2, 1 to 2. Okay, so we have incremented minimum. Now minimum becomes 2. We will check if ai equals to minimum. We will check if ai equals to minimum. We will check if ai not equals to minimum basically. Then mex1 will be minimum. How How? Here we will check if a of I will be it means a of 1 will be 2. If a of 2 is not equals to 2, here it's 2, okay, it's 2. So now it will go to further 3. If 3 3 3 3 3 3, okay. So now we will check mx equals to 1, mx equals to 1. We will check if, and we will mark check as true here. It means we have found our missing element, we have found it missing element. So if check equals to true, then if check equals to true, it means we have already updated our max element, so we do not need to do. No, it means that if check is still false, it means that if check is still false, it means that all the numbers ranging from minimum to maximum are already there, okay, are already there. If check is already false, it means that mex1 is nothing but just 0. Nope, not 0. It would be a of 2 plus 1, like a of n minus 1 plus 1. Okay, so let's remove this else part for the time being. So guys, how I have drawn, like how I have arrived to this conclusion is that, like this much part is that as we have discussed that we have sorted the array, we have sorted first two half of the array 1 2 3 and 2 3 3. What we are trying to do is, first we are trying to look at the first half, and then for the second half. For the first half, first we are finding its minimum and maximum element, and since we have already sorted the array, okay, so minimum will be a of 0, and maximum will be last element of the half, like last element of the half, first half. It is the first half, okay. So it is, the index number of this will be a of n minus 1, because first half contains n elements. So last element of the first half will be n minus 1, okay. So minimum 1 becomes mn1 is basically minimum of the first half. Minimum 1 becomes a of 0 and maximum 1 becomes a of n minus 1, okay. And now what we are doing is, we are going to check if all the elements ranging from this minimum to maximum are present, okay. If it is not present, it means that we have found our minimum excluded element, okay. It means that we have found our minimum excluded element, and we have marked our checked as true. If our check is still false, we initialize check with the false. If our check is still false, it means that it have all the elements ranging from minimum to maximum, okay. It means that in this case, like in this case, it has already 1 3 2, it has already 1 2 3, okay. Like it's going with the sample cases. In case of 1 2 3, it's 0. It has already 1 2 3. It means the only negative, it means that the only missing element here is mn1. The only missing element here is mn1 minus 1, that is it becomes 0. It is the minimum minus 1, okay, that is minimum minus 1, okay. So we have find the mexe1, we have to found mexe2, and for mexe2 again we have to do the same thing, okay. So again we will declare mexe2, and then int of mn2, it has a of n, okay, a of n, and mx2 as a of 2 into n minus 1, okay. mx2 as 2 into n minus 1, like we can verify this much part. It was like the second half was 2 3 3, okay. So the second half was 2 3 3. So here minimum will be and talking about their index number here is it will be 1 2, it will be 0 1 2. So index number here is 3 4 and 5, because n equals to 6. So the last element, the last index will be 2 into n, it is 2 into 3 6 minus 1 5, okay. And it will be a of n, and n is 3, so a of n 3, okay. So now again we will initialize, like we will reassign our check as false, okay. And then now for int of I equals to 0, okay. Now int of I will be from n, n and I will be less than 2 into n, I plus plus. So again here we will be incrementing mn plus 2 to mn minimum element if a of I is not equals to mn2. It means that we have found our minimum excluded element for this thing to mn2. Okay, mn2, and we will mark check as true. Okay, it will be single equal to sign here, check as true. Now if check equals to false, if check equals to false, if it is false, then max is again minimum to minus 1. Okay, like we can verify the situation here. Here it was 332. Where its brother minimum maximum, the max max of 0 1 2 3 4. Like yeah, here it is 332 2 3. It is all, it already has all the elements ranging from minimum to maximum. But wait a minute, here what we are doing is we are basically incrementing mn plus plus. Now in this case mn2 is, in this case mn2 is 2. So I equals to n, so I should start, first of all I should start from n plus 1. mn will become 3. So now here it will check if a of 3, if n is n plus 1, n is 3, n is 4. It will check if a of n is not equals to 4, not equals to 3. Okay, so it will pass. Okay, then mn, it will come again, and now mn will become 4. Now it will check if a of I is equals to 4. No, it is not equals to 4. So what it will do is it will assign, it will max as 4. If it is if it is not equals to 4, wait, we need to look at it. It can have a like it can affect our code. If it is not equals to 4, it means mn is 4 and a of 5 is 3. 4 is missing. So what it is doing is it is assigning mx2 as 4, while it should not be. It means that we should not increment mn2 plus plus blindly, else we can have an error. So nice man, we catch this error now. So what we are going to do is, it is 3, we will increment. Okay, we will check that we will increment mn plus 2 only if mn2 is if our minimum 2 is less than maximum 2. Okay, if it is less than maximum 2. Okay, see, because like a of 4, because a of 4 already became it was like a of it will be a of 5 4 and 3. A of 3 is already 2. Okay, a of 3 is already 2. Okay, so minimum is 2. Okay, so when I equals to 3, minimum is 3. But when I equals to 4, let's try run this again. I enter this loop as I equals to 4. Okay, I enter this as 4, and here mn is 2. So he saw that, like we will see that 2 is less than 3. Okay, so we will increment mn will become 3. Now I is 4, so it will check if a of 4 is not equals to 3. while a of 4 is 3, so it will not update mx2. Okay, so it will not update mx2. Now we will come again, we will check if mn2, now mn2 is 3, but it will check if 3 is less than 3. No, it is not less than 3. No, so mn won't be incremented. Okay, so now it will check if a of, and now I at this time is 5, so it will check if a of 5 is not equals to 3, while a of 5 is already 3, so it will not go into this loop. Okay, so it will come out and it will see that check is already false. Check is already false means all the elements ranging from this minimum to maximum are present. Okay, so our maximum will become 0. Why it becomes 0? Because in the sample cases we understood that when all the elements from minimum to maximum are 0, then excluded elements becomes 0. When all the elements from minimum to maximum are there, the excluded elements become 0. Priyanshu, brother, I'm not cheating, brother. Like you can see that I'm solving on my own. I'm not cheating, man. Rest is your wish, bro. Check equals to true. So now let's try to run this code. Compile time error expected. Expected mn2. Okay, mn2, it's not working, man. mn2 expected. Okay, compile time error. Okay, we can rectify this error. So well, okay guys, we have like already solved 3 questions in the starter. Okay, and we have tried to attempt the 4th question also. So now I think it's very much for today, and we will try to solve these questions further. Okay, and I will upload the video as soon as I solve this question. Okay, that's a good question, like we are going to learn from this question for sure. So I think guys it was a wonderful session. Okay, like if you have enjoyed this session, or if you have learned anything from this session, okay, like if you got anything useful, so do like, share and subscribe our channel, brother. Okay, thank you very much. And regarding, like as you said, cheating, like I'm solving on my own, we have seen, and rest is your wish, bro. So thank you very much guys. Do like, share and subscribe the channel if you are finding this content as useful. Okay, you can mention in the comment any reviews and feedback. Thank you very much.